DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into Fresh Takes with Russo and Felice. Paul Russo and Nick Felice here with you. Wow. We got some stuff to really discuss about today on the hoops side of things, Nick, because game 1 tonight of the NBA Finals, party like it's 1999. Spurs and Knicks going back at it. So we'll preview all of that. I know you're pretty excited. You know, you got a new team here entering the championship fray for you.
Yeah, well, we've almost been doing this podcast 8 years now.
Yeah.
I think it's next week sometime.
Yeah.
And I remember our first podcast, I think it was about the recap of the NBA Finals. So we are finally here, a Knicks NBA Finals preview. And boy, am I excited, because this isn't just for the fans in the city. This is for the Jared Jeffries of the world, the Ronnie Turioffs of the world, the Noah Vonleys, the Tony Douglas. They worked their butts off when they wore that Knicks uniform. And this is for them. Langston Galloway, Alexei Shved.
There it is.
However you say his last name.
Alexei Shved, yep.
And they worked their butts off while wearing the blue and the orange and the white.
Yeah.
And this is for them.
Yeah.
This is for them. Thank you, Kyle Quinn.
So, yeah, we're going to preview all of that. We got game 1 already down, the Stanley Cup Final between Vegas and Carolina. And Vegas just, I don't know. We'll jump more, obviously, into that because I got no words at this point. Maybe they're just turning into Team of Destiny type stuff. I don't know. But, yeah, we got that. We got some really other stuff. I don't know if really, I mean, those are the 2 main things. They're probably going to take up most of the time. I don't really got much else outside.
Oh, my good friend Zach Briggs made a big fantasy baseball. There's breaking news there.
Yeah.
Fantasy baseball trade.
Yeah, we'll see if it fully plays out the way.
So for us, it's a big deal right now.
Stuff might happen. I don't know, but either way. So, all right. Gothing Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. You can visit them at their Waterloo location or their downtown Geneva location. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. You can order online at chinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. And also, excuse me, struggling here. Little John Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Little John and Dr. Barbie and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. You can check them out online at littlejohnortho.com. So, yeah, Knicks and Spurs. Let's go reverse here quickly for a minute. Game 7 on Saturday, and obviously, we were last time we spoke, we had yet to have Game 6, but the Spurs just, I don't want to say like controlled in the traditional sense, right? But like they very clearly were the better team those last 2 games in that series. I know a lot of the main takeaways in that series are going to probably have to do with the Thunder, and we'll touch on that obviously in a second. But, especially Saturday night, man, I think it just lived up to like that Game 7 hype stuff that we talk about as sports fans a ton. And I know for like you, even for example, I know in a lot of ways, like I think the longtime viewers and listeners know this of the podcast. You could kind of care less if your team's not really involved in a Game 7 sometimes, Nick. But you were even invested in on that game. I think it lived up to storyline-wise a lot of the stuff as sports fans we kind of hope for in those Game 7 moments.
But who won the series analytically?
Yeah. We're going to do that again, huh?
Of course I was invested. We finally got to know who my Knicks were going to play in the NBA Finals. And it turns out it's 1999 all over again or 2025 NBA Cup Final all over again.
That's true.
And we get Knicks Spurs, rematch of the 99 Finals, and a rematch of the NBA Cup Championship, which the Knicks won. Looking to become the first team to win both in the same year, which would be pretty cool. So, yeah, I was invested. It was a great game. Thought the celebration was a little much for winning the Western Conference Finals. Makes me thank somebody that's already won the NBA championship. But, that's why we got to play the games, old Wemby. But I was thrilled. Wanted to play the Spurs. I think last week I said it was going to be the Thunder in 7. It turns out it wasn't. Spurs showed up in Game 7, got it done. It's a tough place to win. And I think the NBA got a really good finals here. You got the Knicks with the drought, and you got the Spurs with maybe arguably, no offense to SGA, arguably the youngest face of the game right now in Wemby. And I think it's going to be, just a prediction, I think it's going to be one of the most watched finals in a long time. And I'm looking forward to it, obviously. Not really nervous. I mean, for the first time watching my team in the NBA Finals, wow, as a fan, not 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not that nervous because I'm confident in this team, just the way they've been playing. 11 wins in a row. Mm-hmm. And we played the Spurs pretty well in the regular season. I think we match up well with the Spurs. And there's nothing to lose tonight for the Knicks. People want to say the Knicks need this win more. Some people have been saying that. But there's nothing to lose tonight. You win tonight, you are in full control of the series. We just got to win 1 or 2. We don't have to sweep everybody. I know we're getting used to sweeps. Just win 1 of 2, and that is a win for the New York Knicks heading back to the Garden.
Well, you enjoy
to the Garden.
You enjoy the history element of it, right? But I'm going to table my point on that until we get to maybe.
Not to interrupt. I also love starting the series on the road, by the way.
Really?
I'm a big fan of that. I know you don't get the home court, but I'm a big fan of it.
Well, I think we'll circle back to that a little bit.
Okay, we'll circle.
Yeah, some of the stuff, I'd rather have seen Chet go like 1 of 16 than 1 of 2 and shoot the ball in a quarter that wasn't the first quarter. True. Very clearly got bullied. The Thunder are going to be in a very interesting spot. Sam Presti's not the overreacting type, you know what I mean? But you have a war chest if you really wanted to do something. I'll be intrigued to see if it actually happens. Yeah, I don't know. I think they have a couple more questions and answers for them coming out of the series against the Spurs, but that's for, I guess, 2 weeks from now, technically. So
there's a lot of people that don't like that Thunder team.
I don't.
And people are happy to see them go.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because Oklahoma City, who really cares? But it's just the way those players have.
It's the way the team plays, yeah.
Yeah, how they've made their image.
Yeah.
And people are pretty happy they're gone.
Yeah. I'm one of them. So, yeah, let's get to, obviously, the finals beginning tonight in San Antonio, like you mentioned. I'm going to start here, and I guess maybe this is going to work a little bit backwards in how we typically do things when we preview and then do our predictions, but, you kind of touched on it already as is a little bit, but, this is the first time I kind of feel confident saying I see a path for both teams here to win the title in the sense of the 7-game series, right? I think both are a little bit different. To me, the Knicks are probably going to have to jump early in order to win the series, whereas, and I don't want to make it be like I'm giving away my prediction necessarily like this, but I think the longer it goes, the more it probably favors San Antonio at the moment.
Your prediction?
Kind of, in all honesty. It's kind of funny, though, you bring up the fact that you don't mind being on the road first because, I guess I view it more from not the player perspective, but the fan perspective of just, if for whatever reason, if the Spurs won Game 6 to, clinch the title, in MSG, I don't know, man, and that probably more of a deeper dive on that will be done in a couple weeks if we get to that point, but I don't know. It will be interesting to see. I know the schedule this year is kind of strange, so we have Game 1 tonight, you have Game 2 on Friday, off the whole weekend to get to Monday, and then it goes Monday, Wednesday, and then we get a weekend game where it's 2 days off on Saturday, 2 days off. This is obviously that portion of it's if necessary, but then 2 days off again to Tuesday and another 2 days off to Friday for that Game 7, which I actually talked about this yesterday with somebody. Like I can't tell you the last time I think we've had in the sense of whatever a scheduled game 7 on a Friday. Like I feel like normally it's like a Sunday or something like that, unless I'm like really misremembering something. But I mean, I think that would be pretty exciting, right? You get to the end of the work week and like we'll be pretty stoked to see a possible game 7. But obviously, that's 2 weeks down the line. You know, you have to get there in the first place. I do think we'll probably see game 7. So, yeah, very, very interesting.
I don't know if it's the new TV deal or is the World Cup affecting the schedule with U.S. soccer. But yeah, it's definitely a different final schedule this year for sure. And I think what you just said, every time they go on the road, they take 2 days off. So.
Yeah, it's very weird because I thought normally it's 2 days off anyway, but like I said, I guess I could be. Oh, that's not. Never mind.
Breaking news.
Brandon Ayuk has a warrant out for his arrest for misdemeanor speeding charge. So I don't know whatever that I don't know if I needed a push notification like he actually murdered somebody potentially. But yeah. I think, like I said, I don't know why in my brain I thought was too off in between each game at this point in the finals. I feel like the NBA used to do that, but like you said, like maybe it is part. Yeah, maybe it is part of the new TV deal. I don't know, but even then, it's not like this portion of it's the new TV. I mean, it's still ESPN, ABC that has the finals. So I who knows?
Yeah.
Let's get to the actual kind of on-court stuff here. I think it's going to be really fascinating to kind of see stuff play out. The way, like we've talked about, right, Nick, like the Knicks, to me, have maybe the playing edge right now just because of how well they've been playing. I am intrigued to see now at this point, too, again, though, like where's this rust versus rest element kind of come in a little bit. So on that side, I do give them the edge. And then if you want to get down into, like, some breakdowns, like, you could make the case Cat's been playing better than Wemby right now. And I would counter that with, but I would probably also take key part here is collectively. I would probably collectively take the guards on the Spurs right now than the Knicks.
Ooh.
Collectively is what I'm saying, though, right? I think Brunson is the best out of the combined group, period. But after that, I would probably say like your 2, 3, and 4 are probably the Spurs after that. Before you get to, I guess it depends upon too how you view it, right? Do you view Bridges as a guard in that case? Because in most sets right now, he has been the technical 2, right? And I guess, like I said, it just depends too how they've been playing, right? Like, depending on how you view it and who's on the floor, like, you know, Josh Hart could technically be the 2, or even OG, even though I don't think that's going to happen necessarily this series. More on that probably, obviously, in a second, but, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily totally off base with feeling that way, but, like, I'm intrigued from your perspective, obviously being, like, a Knicks fan here in this case, like, how you kind of feel with that potential assessment.
Well, I'm nervous for the Spurs to win because the only time the Spurs have beaten the Knicks this year was on New Year's Eve, and you, me, and my brother Matt all got sick after that. So
that is true.
So and also Champagne had 11 threes, I believe, in that game.
Yes. Yeah, was that the one where he started, like, 7 of 10 too or something like that from like 3, like something crazy?
Yeah. So
yeah.
Hopefully they don't win because I don't want to get sick again.
I don't think that's going to happen this time around.
Don't say it.
I feel confident.
But I can see your point with the collective of the guards. You know, they got some young guards with Castle and, you know, and Champagny and Vassell. And
I mean, Harper's really for me though.
And Harper, they're young. See, both these teams are very inexperienced when it comes to the NBA Finals. Some have played in it, but not all. Majority haven't. They're both inexperienced when it comes to the NBA Finals. But in NBA experience, the Knicks are way more mature than the Spurs are. Spurs are a young team. And it'd be interesting to see how these young players play when the lights are the brightest. And nothing against San Antonio's arena, you know, but the Garden has been pretty bright for a very long time. And I feel like with the veteran play with the Knicks, I just feel like they are more prepared coming into this game tonight. And, you know, it's not going to be easy. It's the NBA Finals. And obviously, you can't stop Wemby. You can only contain him. You can barely contain him, but you try to contain him. And I feel like the size is just. I don't think the Thunder could have matched their size, and I think the Knicks can with Cat and even OG and even Robinson off the bench with his one pinky. But like I said, I'm feeling confident. The guard play is going to be huge, but I got all the trust in the world that Brunson could be the best, and which I think he will be. And I just think team-wise, team defensively, the Knicks are just so strong right now. And then obviously their offense is at a historic level right now in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm very confident, and I can't wait to go out to Del Lago and bet the Knicks money line.
There you go. Just quickly looking at the rosters here, just in terms of like experience, it's kind of like weirdly even. Like you have, albeit when he was like super younger, obviously, but OG has finals experience going back to his time on Toronto. I can't remember if Shamit's been in the finals or not because of the way he's bounced around the past couple of years. I don't think so, but I know he's been a part of.
It was 3 guys.
Playoff games.
It was 3 guys. It was OG, it was Bridges, and it was Jordan Clarkson.
Right. Okay. So
those are the 3 guys.
Never mind that. But then on the Spurs I think are weirdly like slightly better here, and I don't mean to disparage anybody in this sense, but like they're definitely more on the role player side, right? Or at least at this point in their career, right? Like Harrison Barnes obviously has finals experience, and same with Luke Cornett. Obviously,
we don't play for Luke Cornett.
I'm just saying.
We play for Ronnie Turioff.
But I'm just saying that those would probably be the main 2, in terms of that. But like at this point, like I said, they're role players, aren't actual starters, so.
They got more experience.
Yeah, but it's kind of fascinating because it's like, you get outside of really those handful of guys combined on each team, and it's kind of like really a hodgepodge of like, there's playoff experience and stuff like that, but it's like nothing of this level, like you said.
And also Villanova guys, they played in the national championship game. Brunson played in it twice, Bridges. So that's a big experience as well, playing in the big game. Imagine being a Villanova.
Sohan. When was he at Baylor?
2021, I think they won it. Was he on that team?
No, he was 2022. Yeah, he was on the team when they won it. Okay. So, and then for the Spurs, if you're going that route, Steph Castle, UConn. Yep. Harrison Barnes, UNC. Pat Russo will tell you about that.
Harrison Barnes got enough experience. I'm not talking about him.
Well, I'm just saying.
But imagine being a Villanova fan, though. Yeah. How excited! These are your players that.
Oh, hold on, I forgot.
Won.
Speaking of analytic wins.
Oh yeah.
Devin Vassell, 2020 Florida State.
Oh.
The people will know and remember.
People forget.
They hung the banner.
Oh, the ACC.
Yeah,
I got you.
And 4th in the country when it all ended.
That's right. They were about to start the game.
Yes. So, yeah, it's gonna be fascinating. I think the other fascinating part too, right, is, we've kind of tiptoed around it and even touched on it a little bit, but like, gonna be really fascinating to kind of see what the Knicks do with Wemby on defense. I know the stuff I've seen from the regular season, to go back to something like that, even involving the NBA Cup. I think a lot of people, and rightly so, are already assuming it's going to be a lot of Karl Anthony Towns, and we'll obviously touch more here on Mitchell Robinson, obviously, in a second too, but in a lot of him. But I'm going to base some stuff I've seen on the regular season. Like, I think you're going to see a really healthy dose of OG and Josh Hart on Wemby on defense. And OG especially was giving him fits in the regular season and the NBA Cup. So
that's why we brought in OG.
Does that necessarily translate to what we'll see in this set of 4 to 7 games? Maybe, maybe not. But you saw what Oklahoma City was kind of doing with Wemby on defense. You saw, even to go a bit further than that, you kind of saw what Minnesota was doing with him on defense. It's a lot of guys who objectively are smaller than Wemby, but are the pestering type, right? sure, you still had moments where like Gobert was on him, or Chet was on him, or Hartenstein was on him. But like the moments where really Wemby struggled were the moments where you saw, Jaden McDaniels on him this past series, whether it had been like Lou Dort or Alex Caruso or even whichever Jalen Williams was out on the floor, kind of handled them. So to me, yeah, you're going to see Karl Towns and probably more so in the traditional sense, Mitchell Robinson, obviously part of like that second group at this point, in theory. Again, we'll talk more about him in a second, but like I think you're going to see a lot of OG and Josh Hart on Wemby.
I agree. I think you're going to see a lot of OG on him.
Yeah.
Just because when we brought in OG, that's what type of player he is. He's not just an occasional scorer once in a while, but he is a lockdown defender on the best player on the other team. And he's got the size to do it and the arm length. And I have all the confidence in the world that he can guard him. Another guy that's been stepping up defensively is Landry Shamet. He's a guy. He's been shooting unbelievable.
That one might be a hair too small.
Yeah, he's not going to guard Wemby, but I'm talking. He did a great job on Donovan Mitchell that last series.
Yes, he did.
And I expect him. We haven't even mentioned his name yet, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
And I expect him to do a good job there. And he's an underrated player, man. I'm a big fan of Landry.
Mm-hmm.
Go Wichita State, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ron Baker, shout out. We're doing
Yeah.
it for him. We're
Yeah.
doing it for him.
Not for Fred VanVleet.
And Clee Anthony Early.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because, Shamet's played himself into an interesting summer coming up. But, that's a conversation
He's
for
got
a
great
couple
form.
weeks. But, yeah, I mean, it's always kind of been there, right? It's just been a weird kind of like 3-4 year run for him at this point, right? Like, I just seem to remember him.
He needs a home.
Obviously, to me, I associate him probably the most with, like, Philly, like, a few years ago, where it's just like, this dude's, like, kind of like a shutdown shooter type, and all of a sudden he just kind of gets stuck in like purgatory.
And he's got great style. When he was out for an injury, man, he was casual as could be over there on the sideline.
Sure. I'll take your word for it. Obviously the Mitchell Robinson thing, I think to me is probably that like next biggest main talking X factor now. Fractures his pinky at home, like kind of still murky about like detail wise about that. Plan obviously is for him to play. Did he officially have surgery on it?
Yeah.
Okay. But either way, the way it sounds is I think a lot of people, it's a little bit easier to explain it this way. You know, like in football, you see like when linemen break like their thumb or something like that, you kind of see them with like that, with the way the cast is, right? It's kind of like the thumb is like stiff and whatever. The fingers are all free. Well, no. But you know what I mean, right? The way it sounds like they're just inversing it with his pinky. So like his pinky will be in the stiff portion of the cast, obviously. But like it's going to be like a mirrored image. I think that's the easiest way and best way to kind of describe.
What did he do? What happened to his pinky? He has that big truck. Did he jam his finger in?
I don't
the door.
So. But yeah, I think that's obviously going to probably hamper him to some degree. Just kind of like inherently, right? Like he's a right. It's tough because he's not a shooter or anything like that, obviously. But like, take it from me, who, still dealing with someone with my finger, right? Like I can't still forcibly do stuff like involving my left hand because of that in a lot of ways, right? Obviously, you're an NBA player, like, and he's right-handed and everything, but like he's not gonna be able to really do what he can do at a good level, which is why I think for him, I don't want to make it sound like whatever, but it's will essentially be like the Knicks, I think, when he's on the floor on offense, are playing 4-on-5 in a lot of ways. Defensively, I don't think it's going to affect him too much, but at the same token, like, I do think it's going to affect some rebounding stuff for him, and I do think, especially if he is guarding Wemby, I think there's going to be an element of, like, he can't probably get as physical as he wants to be with him.
Yeah.
And to me, that's that intriguing part where, like, I don't know how they're going to, like, stagger it once they move out of, like, the true starting five, but, like, I think you're going to see a lot of run with Mitchell on the floor when he's on the floor with, like, OG or Josh Hart at that point. And, like, I think that's maybe where that rest versus rest debate probably leans rest, obviously, because I think OG and Josh probably going to have a little bit more miles on them than the past couple series, obviously.
Well, it's going to hurt every time he catches the ball on a rebound.
Yeah.
That is going to hurt. But he's a tough guy, and I don't expect many alley-oops in the series, if any. Offensively, he's gonna struggle.
Mm-hmm.
The Hacker Robinson's never gonna go away. That's still gonna be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a tough guy, like I said, but he's still gonna be there on defense. He's gonna do his picks on offense. We're talking about this isn't Karl Anthony Towns who has the broken pinky.
Right.
This is Mitchell Robinson who
Yeah.
only plays 15 to 20 minutes a game. So,
But I think the impact, obviously, like I said, it's just more on that defensive side that's where his impact has been in this playoff run, right?
but it's the NBA Finals. He's gonna go give it a go. It's only a pinky. I say only a pinky, but
The disrespect to mine.
yeah. I'm more of a thumb fan.
Shocking. Got to be different.
The quarter finger. I believe it's the ring finger. Is that the quarter finger?
I don't know.
Anyway, he's a tough guy, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. And I don't think I've mentioned it yet. I'm assuming I will in the second here. I'm really looking forward to Game 3. As much as I am excited about tonight, Game 3 in the Garden is going to be absolutely insane. The Garden has been craving an NBA Finals game there. And also the big logo in the middle of the court is back for the first time, I think, since 2009. The Larry O'Brien Trophy logo is in the middle of the court.
We love it.
Yeah, and as Zach Briggs, who made the fantasy baseball trade, is calling me right now. But yeah, Mitchell Robinson's a tough guy.
Yeah.
I got confidence in him.
Yeah. Let's get to that prediction side of it here, obviously. Like I said, I see a path for both these teams here, very feasibly. I would probably put it, in my mind, in a 60-40 category range. That being said, I'm sorry, Nick. I got to go Spurs in 7 right now.
All right, that's fine.
But if the Knicks do win, Knicks in 6. They win at MSG.
All the hell with it. Knicks in 4.
Wow.
Knicks in 4. There's no stopping. This is the team of destiny. We don't play close series. We're going for the sweep. These Spurs think they've already won it with Wemby. I saw the way you cried after you won the Western Conference. Knicks in 4. We take tonight's game. We take Game 2. We ain't coming back to San Antonio. Knicks in 4. Lock it in. Hottest team in the game. This is going to be one of the greatest playoff runs ever. Jalen Brunson. I'm not going to put him over Clyde or Willis Reed.
I will.
But if he gets this done, he's in the top 3 ahead of Patrick Ewing.
That I will definitely do.
And yes, I'm excited. I think the Western Conference I think the Spurs and Thunder are great teams. I think the Western Conference has been overrated all year.
Wow.
They aren't ready for Eastern Conference basketball. The Cavs, analytically, were a great team. And they just ran into a buzzsaw. And Knicks in 4.
All right. So there you have it. Hockey, Game 1 already done in the Stanley Cup Final, so it's tough to kind of preview here, but Vegas beating Carolina in Game 1 was not on my bingo card. I did not anticipate that amount of goals in a game either in that sense, but I don't know. It's tough to view it from the perspective of, we can't allow it to skew our vision here, maybe potentially, but, Vegas this might be kind of team of destiny in a way right now. It's crazy.
Well,
Carolina, right, finally gets over the hump of the ECF, and they get into the Stanley Cup Final finally, and in front of their home crowd. The tough part is, it's not like they laid an egg yesterday. This Vegas just literally just outfired them. It was crazy.
Well, I saw a stat in the major 4 sports, how many times an interim coach or a coach taking over in the middle of the season has won a championship. The NHL is the most with 7. Really? The only sport to never do it is the NFL with 0, obviously, which is not surprising. If you're bad in the NFL and you fire your coach mid-season, there's a really good chance you're not even making the playoffs. So I'm not surprised by that. Not as many games. I believe with the other ones were less than 7. One was 2. I can't remember if it was the NBA or the MLB. But the most is the NHL with 7 to win a championship. And they're trying to be the 8th with John Tortorella. And you might be right. They might be the team of destiny. But I I think this series is far from over. I think there's 7 games potentially here. These two teams are very similar. Two very hot teams right now. And Vegas is just a great franchise. What they've done there, and they've, had to rebuild back up after the championship. They're back now, and now they're 3 wins away. And let's not forget, Carolina is still the franchise of choking. Yes, they didn't choke earlier like they usually do, but it's still there. And it was tough to see my city of Raleigh lose. But, yeah. My sister lives in Raleigh, so shout out Samantha. Hopefully they can get it done. It's only 1 game. Let's not overreact here. They played well for how poor, the defense was and scoring in the game. But these two teams got great scorers. And Carolina had one great last shot there with 1 second left. And it was a great look. But Vegas hung on. Mm-hmm. And the odds are in favor of Vegas.
So I guess for me, I'm just going to say, I'm just full-fledged here at this point. I'm going Vegas in 7 at this point. Screw it. They're just team of destiny or something here. I don't know what, but they're in their 8th year of existence. They've been in the finals half of it. They already got 1. Why not win another? I don't know, man. It makes no sense. Carolina, by all measures, is the better team. And yet, here we are again. So who knows?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit. I got Carolina in 7.
All right.
I don't think you're coming back into Raleigh and getting a win like that, all right?
Twice.
Yeah, twice. It ain't happening.
3 times.
It's not happening
3
again.
times, technically.
It's not happening again, all right? They're going to win in Raleigh every time going forward.
Fair.
And they're definitely not winning Game 7 in Raleigh. You don't come into North Carolina like that. All right?
Fair.
You Vegas fan.
Me?
You're Las Vegas. You're not Vegas, all right?
Oh, that's all right. I forgot about this with you.
So, yeah. No, that ain't happening. Hurricanes in 7. Or as the kids say, Canes. The Canes.
The Cane. Cane, are you a Caniac?
I am. I'm a Caniac.
All right.
It's a good tailgate I saw out there last night.
All right. That's all I got really for today, Nick, in all honesty. I don't know. What else we got? We're a month away from the Boilermaker stuff we're doing.
I don't care about A.J. Brown. The Myles Garrett trade was kind of big.
Yeah, I don't know,
I think
man.
it's all right trade for both teams.
I mean, yeah, technically, but, like, I don't want to be that guy, but, like, that first-round pick in hindsight, in the immediacy of it yesterday, I'm like, cool, you got a first-round pick. And then I sat there and go, and I don't mean to put it like this because I think it varies by sport, obviously, but, like, I'm sitting there going, like, that pick has a really good possibility of being, like, 32 of 32.
I know. It's the Rams pick, I assume.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's not going to be that great of a pick.
yeah. But, like, I don't know. I wouldn't.
And that Verse guy is a good player. But.
I personally, if I was going to be trading the best player on defense in the NFL right now, would have gotten more or tried to get more. That's just my.
He's a generational talent.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr. back in the blue.
What are they doing? Is it retirement home tryout?
Best wide receiver room in the game right now.
They're just giving them more or less like summer tryouts, aren't they?
Yes.
So, okay.
Darnell Mooney, Juju Smith-Schuster,
Yeah.
Braxton Berrios.
I forgot Darnell was already there.
What a team.
Wow. I don't want to say poor Jackson Dart. Football-wise, Jackson Dart, yeah.
Odell, though, it's great to see him back.
He hasn't played in, what, like 2 or 3 years, right?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
He has to. Just retire as a Giant.
Yeah.
That's
Sign it one day.
better than Cleveland.
Yeah. I think of him as a Ram.
He did win a Super Bowl.
That's right. Yeah, we got the Boilermaker in a little over a month. Things going good for you there?
Yeah, we're getting there.
So no, the answer is no.
But you're killing it, though.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
I'm trying. I'm still technically a week behind training-wise here, but we're catching up. But the way I'm doing it now in order to get caught up is just like try and do 2 on, 2 off. Though I don't know. I got to figure some stuff out. But we're doing all right.
I'm proud of you.
I'm more proud of you.
I'm proud of Ronnie Turioff.
And
And
Eddie Curry.
And Langston Galloway.
Yep.
And Justin Holiday. And let's not forget about
Latrell's
Chris
pretty
Minkus
well.
there.
Latrell Sprewell.
Yep. Quentin Richardson.
Jeremy Lin.
Yeah. Legend. Yeah. Austin Rivers, get out of here. Kristaps Porzingis, get out of here.
Cup of coffee. Oh, don't do that to KP.
Luke Cornett, get out of here.
Ron Baker?
Ron Baker, legend.
Loud in. All right. So.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks for having me.
No problem. We'll transition over here already. Who are you shouting out this week?
Oh, shoot.
Uh-oh. Didn't have anybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, no. Trouble.
No, I got somebody.
Okay.
I could shout out a bunch of people here, but I'm gonna shout out Evander Hummer, big Knicks fan. Talked to him a lot about the Knicks. Proud of him. Proud of us, what we've done, and yeah, we're gonna get it done. Shout out Evander, go Knicks.
Odell Beckham Jr. apparently wearing number 3 right now, working out with the Giants.
Really?
Not 13. Thoughts?
I don't like it.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't like it. It's not his number.
Okay. That was the consensus I saw from the tweet I saw about that. So, okay.
Take it home.
I will. At the moment, the plan is to do Wednesday next week. I got some dental work coming up, but I won't know for sure anything-wise until Monday afternoon. So, as of right now, still on for normal for next week. So,
Would the series technically be over by next Wednesday?
no.
It would be Wednesday.
It would be Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see you when they're up 3-0.
The Knights up 3-0? Nick's already out of his chair. Nick's gone. So, all right, Nick's peacing out. So, appreciate everybody for listening and tuning in this week. You can find fresh takes here on FingerLakes1.com, the F1 YouTube channel, the audio-only version in your major podcasting app feeds. We'll talk again next week, everybody. Enjoy the weekend.